Alright, hi guys. So in this tutorial, we're gonna cover a moving platform. It's something for you to add to your level to make it more interesting. Right. Right. So what's up with moving platform? Generally, I'm not sure if you guys have done it before. I think last semester or something, most of you guys tried, and you're encountering lots of problems like such as the player is not following the platform, and you gotta move the player with the platform in order to stay on the platform. Right, so it's kind of a age-old problem, whereby the object on the platform wouldn't stay. Right. So in this tutorial or this guide, we're gonna talk about a trick to solve this age-old problem. Right. So I believe this is what you all normally have. You gotta try to move with the platform. If you stop moving, then you'll fall. Right. So let's see that again. Right. So you move on the platform. The platform moves. You must move. If not, you will fall off. Right. So it's an age-old problem. Basically, the solution is just to parent the player to the platform. And you can see that you got a player, and yeah, so basically you're a player. When you touch the platform, you will have to parent yourself onto the platform, right? And when you touch the other side of the level, then you unparent yourself from the platform. Okay, so that's kind of in theory. That's kind of like the four things you have to do. Right, implementation wise is very simple. So in Unity, right, is when the player touches the platform, we can use the on trigger. And if it's a player, then we'll kind of then parent we'll parent the player's transform, okay, to the platform. That means the player now belongs to the platform. So in a hierarchy manner. And upon the player tries to leave the platform, which is on trigger exit, okay, it will then unparent the player from the platform by simply setting it to null. Right. So with that said, right, we are gonna just do a demo. So this is kind of like what you have. Very quickly, let's see how fast we can change this. So probably you want to change scene, say moving. Right. And right. And after which, right, we want to go and grab our prefabs. We want to grab the floor. Okay, so prefabs floors. Okay, we're gonna throw in two floors. Okay, we're gonna resize them. Maybe just put it 25 by 25. Then we're gonna make floor A and floor B. Right, so floor A, floor B, I'm just gonna shift them around, maybe -10 and 10. Oh, still too big. Okay, let's just make it further away. Maybe minus 25 and 25. Right, so kind of this is our platform. Okay, so we got floor A and floor B. Right, so very quickly we want to set up our player, which is HUD. I need a game camera, I need a player as well. I will remove the main camera. Then game manager as well. Where's game manager? Okay. Right. So for the game manager, right, I got to set up the HUD. Oops, got two game manager. Okay, for game manager, right, I'm gonna set the HUD, which is the score. Right. If you have not remember, then if we didn't set up this, then we have some errors lah. Timer text and followed by game over. Okay. So camera player, where's the camera? Okay. Okay, so this is kind of like your basic setup and stuff lah. So something different that we'll do, we'll remove the nav mesh surface from the both floors. Just create an empty project object. Maybe just call it nav mesh. There we'll add the nav mesh surface. Okay. Then when we bake, right, then we'll see our nav mesh. So we don't need to have multiple nav mesh surface basically. Okay, so very quickly we're just gonna place our player here. Okay, and let's make an enemy on the other side so that we know that our nav mesh works. Okay. So once again, let's test. See if we have any errors. Looks good. Okay, so if you have no errors, that's good. Okay, so my player can move. Then my enemy also moving. Okay, so that's great. So next we need to create a platform. Let's create just any cube. Let's call it moving. Okay, moving platform. Then let's scale this guy to say maybe 5 by 5, 0.1. Okay. There we want to put the y as 0, right? So that we are, we are on the same level lah with our other platforms. Okay, with that said, right, now we're gonna start to make the platform moves. Okay, so the platform will just move from here to the other side and then back again lah. So for this movement, right, we're gonna use an animator. So very quickly, let's just fire up the animator. Okay, animation lah. Let's just use animation windows. Okay, so select the moving platform. Then we want to click on let's say just new animation, right? And we call it platform animation. Okay, let's just call it platform then. Okay, so now that we have got our animation, we need to start to key in the position of the platform. So for the very first platform, right, first position, right, let's just press record first, and we're gonna say it's at Z position 10, right? On the other side, right, let's say after 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, we're gonna say negative 10. Okay. Then after another 2 seconds, 240 frames here. Okay, so after another 2 seconds, right, we're gonna say go back to 10. Okay. So when you play back this animation, right, you can see the platform moving. Okay, so that's it for a moving platform. Okay, so we can stop record. Okay, stop playing as well. Okay, so if we try to move onto the platform, okay, you see, you realize that we will fall, right? We will not stay on the platform. Okay, so to overcome that problem, right, apart from you keep trying to move, right, oops. Apart from you keep trying to move, okay, we want to have a player, we want to say let the platform know that when the player touches the platform, then it will be parented over lah. Okay, so in this case, we will create a platform script. Okay, so now we got a platform script. So inside this script, right, we're gonna create some on triggers, right? But also before that, right, take note that we do not have a rigid body. So we want a rigid body. Okay, we're gonna lock all the XYZ position and orientation and position lah. Okay, if you notice, right, our intention was to use trigger. So let's create another collider box with trigger as well. Okay, then it's a trigger. Okay, so and we're gonna resize this box to make it a bit taller. Okay, that's all. Right. So that's kind of like for our moving platform. Okay, so with that done, we can now go to our script and create our trigger enter and trigger exit. So on trigger enter, okay, and on trigger exit. Okay, so over here, you need to check that if our other, okay, so we're gonna say if the other guy, game object dot tag is a player. Okay, then we'll print something lah for now. Okay, so we can do the same for exit as well. Okay, so now we can quickly head over to test. Make sure we can detect our player. Okay, so player enter, player exit. That's great. Okay, so the next step, right, we're gonna parent over. We're gonna set the player's parent. We're gonna set the parent's player as the platform lah. Oh, so if you see in terms of hierarchy, right, it's in a visual view, right. What I want to do actually, this is my moving platform, and this is my player. So basically, when my player, okay, example, right, when my player, let's say when my player touches this platform, I want this player to be parented under the moving platform. Okay, so that's the idea. And we're gonna do this in code. Okay, let me just move him back. Okay. Right, so in code basically what we want to say, right, is that knowing that other game object is our player, we're gonna create a reference. Okay, so this is our player. So then we're gonna say okay, never mind, let's just be lazy, okay. So the game object, so you want to say access the parent, so it's transform dot parent. Okay, and this parent, this the parent of this player will now be the platform which is transform dot yeah, just transform. Right, that should be it. Oh, so basically because this script, right, is under this script is under the platform. Okay, so that means transform refers to the platform's transform. Okay, so if I transform dot position will be the position of the platform itself. But we just want the transform. Okay, so that's for enter. Okay, let's just format the code very quickly. And for exit, right, we're gonna do slightly the opposite, which is to set the parent back to null. So null means the parent is the world space rather than a platform. Okay, so let's test again very quickly. Okay, so now I almost managed to get across, but the enemy is blocking me. I will just try that again. And this time I'll kill him before. Right, so now I'm able to get across. How about getting back? It's the same. Yeah, okay. So you can tweak around with the timing on your animations timeline. But generally, that is how you create a movable platform for your player. Okay, so with that, that's it for this feature. Okay, so I will just remove all this print because once it works, once we know that it works, then we don't need it. And for all these starter functions and update functions, right? If we don't need it, let's remove them because they are still taking resources at the back. Oh, right. So that's about it for moving platform. Right. If you have any question, you can ask. So yeah, that's all I have. Right. Thank you.